feel like I've been really resonating with Steam recently. Not only is that recording function that they've added to your session playtime incredibly useful, now they're sticking it to games that have been in early access. Hopefully by now you've heard about it, but in case you haven't, Steam will now let you know when the last time a game that's in early access was updated. So there are a couple of games that I really want to take a look at. This sort of feature is great because a lot of people will make excuses for video games that are in early access, saying, oh, well, it's not done yet, yada yada, you know, we'll see when it's out, too early to judge it. No, Steam doesn't think that it's too early to judge it at all. In fact, now's the perfect time to judge it. There was a game that I covered a while back called She Will Punish Them. It even got an HD remaster, supposedly. It's been in early access since I very first heard about it, and according to Steam, the last update made by the developers was over 24 months ago. Let's see what else I can dig up. Well, looky here. Here's another one. Exanima. I never actually made a video about this game, but it was something that's been on my radar for a very long time, and I was going to hold off on making a video until it was further along in development, or at the very least out. Past me had a little bit of a good idea going, because according to Steam, the last update made by the developers was over 15 months ago. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. This is abandonware. This is people accepting money for a project that will never be finished. And obviously that's bad. Next is early access games charging for the experience that they offer at the time. And I think that as people come to realize that the term early access is an excuse to charge you now and finish later or never, I think that's going to become a more common practice. I think early access has pushed the line for far too long, and I think that these quote-unquote developers, or these asset flippers, or whatever they want to call themselves, or whatever they actually are, need to realize that early access does not mean that you can get away with taking money before it's time. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again. The moment you start taking money from other people, you need to be offering them a product or a service that is comparable to the amount of money that you're taking. And up until recently, that just has not been happening. Now, people have the game in mind, a game that they want to defend and a game that they want to accuse, but generally speaking, it just has not been happening. I like to imagine that there are a few developers that caught wind of this happening and then pushed out some sort of hotfix update in order to make it appear as though their game isn't abandonware. And unfortunately, there's no way, at least there's no way that I know of, to detect that. I think that it'd be pretty easy to just say, oh, here's an update, it's a hotfix for some bugs or something, and then reset the clock on how long it's been since the game was last updated. So it's not an entirely foolproof plan, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. We as consumers need to start holding stuff like this to a much higher standard, for their sake and for ours. The industry has been poisoned, and we are the antidote. Our due diligence, our self-restraint, and our money. Anyway, that's going to do it for me. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video.